Hey guys, welcome back to Tigera Gitana. I just wanted to make a really quick video about how to know when someone is meant to stay in your life, or when you're getting like signs about whether or not they should be in your life or not, and also when to know when someone is a test. So the reason why I wanted to make this video is because we're still in Aries season. It is spring, it's the beginning of spring, and spring cleaning is a thing. So I just wanted to talk about this because I feel like this is something that, like, if during the year, I feel like a lot of people wait till it's Scorpio season to then end a lot of things, instead of really reevaluating some things when you're getting like the kind of push to do it. So one of the easiest ways to tell if somebody's like really meant to stay in your life, or like if they're starting to shift and getting pushed out of your life, is timing. The reason why timing is important is because you'll kind of notice certain things, like if like they want to see you, or you want to like see them, and or something like that, it won't really align. So they'll have stuff going on, or you'll have stuff going on, and then you'll kind of be able to tell, like, oh, like a week went by, 2 weeks went by, 3 weeks went by, and you still haven't seen that person. Communication gets a little bit low as well. That's a sign that that person is getting shifted out of your life. Another sign about how to can tell when someone's like really meant to stay in your life or not is really when, if depending on where you are in your spiritual journey, what tools you use. Tarot is really a really good one to like just confide in and like get that guidance as far as where a person is in that kind of scale, just because it will give you like the energy around your friendship, your relationship, and you'll be able to tell what the shifts is. You'll be able to kind of address certain things if they're coming up, but ultimately it'll give you a really clear picture of where that relationship is going, which is a really easy tool to use. If you don't use tarot, you can also, again, it just depends on the spiritual scale that you're in. If you do, if you work with your ancestors, spirit guides, spirit, just deities, which whoever you really work with, if you do work with those, you can also consult them as well, because ultimately they wouldn't want any, like, especially ancestors, they don't want anything that's like lower vibration and anything that's gonna pretty much stop you at the past, because all they're trying to do is like move you forward because you have stuff to do. So that's another one that's a really wait, sorry, the camera's like weird. Okay. So that's really another easy way to really tell when someone's meant to, like, wait, no, is it falling? It is falling. Okay, just gonna fix it. Sorry about that. Another easy way to tell if someone's like really meant to stay in your life or meant to leave your life, is that you'll start getting signs in really weird ways. Whether it's like you're talking to your mom and your mom will say like a quote and it just like stuck with you, or you're talking to, like, I don't know, like a certain person, you're at work and you hear a quote, or you hear a word and you hear like, and it's just like kind of vibing with you, and you're not understanding like why it's like very impactful, or like you'll really get a sense of and it's like a moment of growth. That's like the big deal about it. You'll have this really focused moment of growth where you'll hear something, you'll see something, and that message was really meant for you in order for you to later address and assess the situation whichever way you want to address it. But that's another way to know when someone's kind of shifting out of your life, because this has happened to me in the past like 6 months. It's been like the universe has made very clear like cuts for certain people in my life, and it's been kind of really, I'm just like, oh my god, well, I mean, I saw it coming, but oh my god, okay. And then it's just like when it happens and the shoe drops, and I'm just like, well, it bees what it bees, you know. But it's just good to know, pay attention to the signs, and just like things you hear, like if you're like, oh my god, why did that really like resonate with me, meditate on why it resonated with you, because there's a reason why it resonated with you in the first place. There's certain messages that we get throughout life and throughout like the days where you're just like, oh, I don't know why that hit me so like in this way, and like you just need to meditate, you know, work with your ancestors, work with spirit, just connect, ask, consult with, whether it's tarot, whether it's like a pendulum, whatever it is, like the really great tools just to use. And probably the last way that I can pretty much tell you that I've seen that really works for me as far as being able to tell when someone is meant to stay or is shifting out of your life, is the communication, and the amount of energy you're putting into the communication. You'll start feeling a sense of kind of like withdrawnness from it. That's not a word, probably. Sorry. But you'll sense like a feeling of like you're kind of just holding back a little bit, and you're just focusing on something else. Like there's something else that's taking your main focus, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, because there's probably things that you need to work on, things you need to do. And that's kind of the thing to note. People who are really meant to stay in your life will kind of ride the wave that you're kind of flowing in, regardless of whatever is going on, because there's certain people that are meant to stay. I mean, family usually stays in your life, unless you cut them off and stuff for whatever reason. They usually stay in your life and they ride that wave, but you always consult back. But there's times even within family that you kind of hold back because there's stuff that you're focusing on. So there is like a wave to it as well. But when it comes to people who are not family and like are just friends or boyfriends or relationships and stuff like that, even when it comes to jobs, like this is another great way to tell when you're kind of getting shifted out of a job. It really goes on with like the energy of it, how you feel about, you know, being there. Like you just start pulling back, and it's almost like your body puts up a protective shield, like your vibes, your energy just puts up a protective shield, and you're just like and you're just like pushing back on it, and it's almost like you're subconsciously pushing back, but then you start seeing signs and you start seeing words and you start seeing, you know, and then the cards will start telling you, and then it's like all synchronicities telling you that this is not happening. So it's just really good to pay attention to all these things, especially now because we're doing a lot of spring cleaning. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I was trying to keep it really short, so there's gonna be more videos coming up. There's like a whole bunch of series that I have like that are gonna come up, but for now, you guys can follow me on Instagram, and my website and all my links are gonna be down below.